Oh, when the saints go marching in.
Vox Fidei brings you into the inner life of the Word made flesh. Father Chris guides us in the lives of the saints in Saintly series.
Welcome to Saintly series. Today, 22nd of June, we celebrate the memorial of St. Thomas More and the memorial of St. John Fisher. St. Thomas More was born in 1477. His father, John More, was a judge in London. St. Thomas More studied law at Oxford University, the famous Oxford, and was later admitted to bar. At the age of 27, Thomas got married to Jane Colt, and they had a son and 3 daughters. 6 years into their marriage, Jane died. Thomas later remarried. He married a widow, Alice Middleton. Thomas rose very fast in public service. He had been under Sheriff of London, where he was regarded as the best friend the poor ever had. He was elected to the Parliament at 26. He became a member of the King's Council, King Henry VIII. He was made Lord Chancellor of London. In all these offices, Thomas was never carried away in any way by his achievements. He sustained his commitment to his faith, his commitment to his family. Even as Lord Chancellor, he continued to serve at Mass in his parish. He continued to sing in the choir. He would walk in procession at pilgrimages. He never stopped attacking the stand, the position on Protestant Reformation, because for him, this was heretical. Therefore, it should be done away with. Thomas was one of the most eminent scholars. He is very popular for a work titled The Utopia, and he made mockery of the political situation of his time. No wonder then Erasmus would describe Thomas More as a man for all seasons. St. John Fisher was born in Yorkshire, England in 1949 to a merchant, a poor merchant. John Fisher was a very brilliant kid, and at the age of 14, John Fisher was studying at the famous Cambridge University. He had acquired 2 degrees before eventually beginning his journey to the priesthood. John Fisher was ordained a priest at the age of 22. One will say, oh, canonically, he had not reached the age today. But then it was agreed that at 22 you could be a priest. And he was made a vice-chancellor at that university. While serving as chancellor, John Fisher worked earnestly to improve the welfare of students and lecturers. He gave his best to the university. He was nominated the Bishop of Rochester by King Henry VIII, despite John Fisher reluctantly accepting the position. But he discharged his priestly duties with devotedness. He cared for the poor, looked after the sick. He was even made a confessor to the king's wife, Catherine. A very intelligent man Fisher was, who spearheaded and preached against Lutheranism in London and even in the university. King Henry VIII wanted a male heir to the throne. Since he didn't have a male child, he demanded an annulment of his marriage to Queen Catherine of Aragon, Spain, in order to marry Anne Boleyn. This was in 1521, and John Fisher was asked to study the case of the king's intention. And when he did this, He clearly defended the validity of the king's marriage to his wife, Catherine. The king got furious and put together a compromise parliament to pass a new law which proclaimed him head of the Church of England, breaking away from the church in Rome. Thomas More and John Fisher stood against his request to divorce his first wife to marry another. Thomas resigned his position as Chancellor and refused to even attend Anne Boleyn's coronation as Queen of England. This was considered treason. John Fisher's strong and frequent opposition of King Henry VIII in this regard made the king very determined to kill him. After refusing to take the oath of supremacy, as it was called, both John Fisher and Thomas More were convicted of treason. Fisher on the 22nd of June, while Thomas More was beheaded on the 6th of July. Both Thomas More and John Fisher did not compromise their faith, did not compromise their moral standard in order to please the king. True allegiance is not blind obedience to authority. They were both canonized on the 19th of May, 1935 by Pope Pius XI. The color for the day is red because they were martyred for their faith. What we offer the saints is veneration. God bless you. I am Father Chris, Vox Fidei.
Don't forget to follow us on Facebook at Vox Fidei Publication, Instagram at Vox Fidei 1, Twitter at FideiVox, and subscribe to our YouTube channel at Vox Fidei. Don't also forget to like, share and drop your thoughts in the comment section. We would love to hear from you. Vox Fidei, God is in charge.